Hello, my happy readers. It's Shed Time Stories with me, Issy. Are you ready to share a new story? Well, I have chosen one from the Roopert Snoopert series. The title is Roopert Snoopert's Day Out at Noseyrudesville Zoo. If you have this book at home, you can read along with me. The author, the person who has written this story, is Paul Micklewright, and the illustrator, the person who has drawn all the pictures, is Sarah-Leigh. Now, we have met Roopert Snoopert before, and we know he loves to get up to mischief. I wonder what is going to happen at the zoo. Shall we read and find out? Roopert Snoopert's Day Out at Noseyrudesville Zoo. Roopert Snoopert lives on a hill in a little wooden house next to a big windmill in a lovely town called Noseyrudesville. He is a funny-looking rabbit, I'm certain you'll agree, full of lots of mischief, I'm sure you will see. He can be very nice, but maybe that's just a rumour. Not everyone has or likes his mischievous sense of humour. It was 9 o'clock. Roopert woke up, all refreshed. He hopped out of bed and quickly got dressed. He was all excited, as today Roopert knew that he was going to Noseyrudesville Town Zoo. His tummy was rumbling. It was time for him to eat, so he raced downstairs for a funny breakfast treat. Roopert's strange food choices have become a daily habit. He is definitely not at all your run-of-the-mill bunny rabbit. He likes carrots with ice cream, jelly with his chips, pizza with marmalade, bananas with sprout dip, mustard in his porridge, broccoli on toast, baked beans with treacle, but sugar puffs with beetroot is what he likes the most. This morning he thought, what shall I eat? He decided on carrots and ice cream. Oh, what a treat! He brushed his teeth to make them shine, then looked at his watch. It's 9:30. Mischief at the zoo time. He sang a little ditty on the way to the zoo. I'm Roopert Snoopert from Noseyrudesville, and I live on the top of a hill next to a big windmill. I like being mischievous and having fun too, and today I am going to Noseyrudesville Town Zoo to see cuddly koalas and bright pink flamingos, hairy gorillas and snappy long-toothed dingoes, cheeky monkeys and super speedy cheetahs, gangly giraffes and droopy-nosed anteaters. Roopert, with excitement, went into the zoo and scurried over to the monkey house to cause an ado. He tiptoed up as quiet as a mouse, then blew the biggest raspberry that would have wobbled a house. The monkeys ran around all in a spin. Then they started throwing bananas at him. Roopert thought he was funny causing this drama, but as he ran off, he slipped on a banana. He went head first into a wheelie bin. Then all the monkeys blew big raspberries at him. He pulled himself out and, feeling sorry for himself, scurried off to bother someone else. He went to the zebras with mischief in mind, and Roopert knew this was not being kind. There was a sign on the crossing, "Wet paint, beware." Poor Roopert didn't see it and lay down to prepare. He started blowing big raspberries just like before. The zebras weren't happy at what they saw, until Roopert stood up and got such a fright as he realized he was now all black and white. All the zebras came over to see such a sight. A rabbit covered in the very same stripes. The enclosure erupted. They giggled and laughed. Roopert Snoopert had never felt so daft. Now all black and white, and feeling sorry for himself, Roopert scurried off to bother someone else. He stopped at a shower to wash himself down. The stripes now gone, he was back to all brown. He looked around the zoo to see the lions were sleeping, stretched out on the ground. The parrots were squawking. What a noisy sound! The penguins were playing at hide and seek. The elephants were stomping with their enormous feet. Baboons were swinging high in the trees, and pandas were eating tasty bamboo leaves. The sea lions were playing with a bright blue ball, and Roopert, being Roopert, blew big raspberries at them all. The lions, they bellowed a ferocious roar. The parrots squawked like never before. The penguins were flapping their flippers around, and the elephants trumpeted an almighty loud sound. The baboons were shouting from high in the air, and the pandas waved bamboo sticks like they didn't care. The sea lions, they burst their blue ball with a bang, and Roopert decided it was time that he ran. He knew the animals were now an angry bunch, so off Roopert scurried before he became lunch. He arrived at the ice cream parlour to pick a nice treat, then rested on a fence in the afternoon heat. Whilst he opened the wrapper, he was feeling very jolly, until a giraffe leant over and took his ice lolly. Roopert deserved that, because he definitely knew that he had caused a lot of unrest today in the zoo. He was beginning to feel rather hungry, and the sun was starting to fade. Home time for me, for some lovely pizza with marmalade. He sang a little ditty on the way home. I'm Roopert Snoopert from Noseyrudesville, and I live on the top of a hill next to a big windmill, causing mischief whilst at the zoo, and blowing big raspberries is not what to do. If I had been nicer and acted more jolly, I'm sure a giraffe wouldn't have eaten my lolly. That is the lesson I've learned for today anyway. Oh, what a fun story that was. Roopert Snoopert most certainly caused lots of mischief, and all the animals at Noseyrudesville Zoo were not very pleased with him. I would like to think that he has learnt his lesson, but I'm really not so sure. Now I wonder, did you like the sound of all the food that Roopert Snoopert liked to eat? Well, in the back of this book, there are some more fun facts all about Roopert Snoopert. He lives on top of a hill in the peaceful town of Noseyrudesville. Sugar puffs with beetroot is Roopert's idea of a perfect breakfast treat. Every morning, Roopert brushes his teeth to make them shine. In his back garden, he has his own rocket as he wants to go on a space adventure. He likes to sing ditties when he is scurrying around. Roopert loves it when the travelling fair comes to town, but he keeps away from the scary rides. His favourite animals are cute little goldfish. When Roopert goes to the seaside, he takes his favourite bucket and spade. Now there are also lots of other Roopert Snoopert books to look out for, so do keep your eyes out because there will be lots of mischief wherever Roopert Snoopert is. I hope you've enjoyed this Shed Time story, and if you want to, you can like, share, follow and subscribe to Shed Time Stories. Then you'll be ready for the next book for us to share together. Bye-bye!